Hi guys, this is Adhan. So the big day is just around the corner. The most important day for which you have been preparing so hard, preparing all along is going to come. So I am here to give you a few tips that can be very helpful and very significant in making your exam day a whole better experience. So stay tuned, and the first thing that I would like to talk about is managing your exam day stress. Exam stress is good to a point. It helps you to perform better, but when it gets out of hand, when the anxiety is too much, it interferes with your thinking capabilities, and it interferes with your normal brain function. So how to reduce this anxiety? The most important reason why you have this exam day anxiety is the fear of unknown. Your brain doesn't know what's going to come tomorrow. It doesn't know what's going to happen tomorrow, so it starts overthinking about tomorrow and gets stressed out, and basically you get stressed out. So how I would like to approach, how I would like to tell you some few steps that will help you to reduce this stress. So so i i, I hope you follow these steps. So first, relax, you know calm down, sit in a quiet place, and just close your eyes and start visualizing. What I mean is, you have to start visualizing everything that's going to happen tomorrow. Whatever you're going to do tomorrow, right from waking up from your bed, brushing your teeth, taking a bath, having your breakfast. If you're a coffee person or a tea person, having your coffee or tea, packing up the things and taking your transport and reaching your center. So each and every minute detail that you're going to do tomorrow morning till the start of the exam, you should visualize. Packing up the things and taking your transport and reaching your center. So each and every minute detail that you're going to do tomorrow morning till the start of the exam, you should visualize. So you're going to the exam center. So then what do you do there? They're going to make you stand in a queue. They're going to check your hall tickets and send you in one by one. So you go inside, you sit in front of your monitors. You're going to have this basic registration process, and after that you're going to wait till the exam starts. So everything you're going to visualize, even the color of your dress that you're going to wear, the mode of transport you're going to take, how you're going to the exam hall, everything I want you to visualize, and I want you to repeat this. So whenever you feel overstressed or too much anxious, I would like you to repeat all this process, this entire process. So this helps the brain to overcome the fear of unknown. You're basically rehearsing what's going to happen tomorrow, so you don't have this, what's going to happen, that anxiety. And the second most important reason for stress is, you feel like you haven't read enough. But trust me guys, even the topper of AIMS will feel the same, that he will feel like he hasn't studied enough before the day of exam. So it's very common, it's with everyone. So one thing that you have to make peace with your mind is, you have read enough and you know enough to crack the exam. As simple as that. you know there can be people saying that, the exam is going to be tough, it's in this COVID times and it's already delayed, and few may say no, it's going to be easy. So I don't want you to listen to both of them. Stay neutral. Just have a single thought that I have done my hard work, I have read enough, and whatever they're going to ask, be it difficult, easy, doesn't matter, it's going to come from what I know, what I have studied, and I'm definitely going to crack the exam. They're not going to ask anything out of the world. So please, so make sure that you're content with what you have read, and you're confident that you have read enough, and that is important. The next thing that I would like to talk about is managing a diet. As it may look funny, but not so important, but trust me, it does play an important role in your functioning. So what I mean by managing a diet is, don't go for any extravagant meals during, from tonight, from this evening to the day of your exam. You want to have a good GIT while answering your questions. You don't want that hard cramp in your abdomen while trying to find the answer for a question. You you understand what I'm telling, right? So a simple balanced diet, balanced meal will do the trick. Nothing special, nothing out of normal. Again, on the exam day, the morning of the exam day, don't do anything special, don't do anything out of the normal. So if you're a coffee or a tea person, have your cup of coffee or tea. If you're not used to coffee or tea, it's okay, you don't have to have that. Just because someone is telling you that coffee will keep your brain, stimulated, function better, don't go for coffee. Don't load yourself with 10 cups of coffee. That is not going to work. That's going to do more harm than benefit, right? So if you're not used to any morning drink, directly go with your breakfast. If you are, then have it. So the breakfast, again, don't go for a large meal. So the basic simple idea is have have a breakfast that will just, you know that will not make you hungry during the exam. That's the limit. So you don't want to have too much diet, that too much food on the morning of the exam that will make you doze during the exam time. You don't want that. You want your brain, you want maximum blood supply to your brain and not your stomach and your intestines. That is the idea. Again, during the break, same rule. Have as much, have that amount that will not make you hungry during the next 2.5 hours. Have that amount that will not make you hungry during the next 2.5 hours. And again, same rule for coffee or tea. So don't go for any new ideas, new out of the world ideas like, cognitive stimulants, nootropics, just because someone is saying. Those are all fiction stories. So stay away from that. So the diet and sleep is going to play an important role on the day of exam. And talking about sleep, I know many people have told you about this. I know even n number of times that I've heard from many people, but still I'm going to tell you, the most important thing is having a good night's sleep. It's like fueling your car. It's like filling your car to full tank just before your long road trip. It's like that. You want to have it's 7 to 8 hours is just a number. If you can have 10 hours of good night's sleep the day before the exam, well and good. That will do you more good. So you don't want your brain to get fatigued out during the exam. That is the idea. No, you have to stay focused for 5 hours. That's a huge time. To stay focused for that much amount of time, have maximum attention and concentration for that span of time. Your brain should be ready for that. So for that, it should have a very good night of sleep, a peaceful, good, long night's sleep. And it will also help you to recall things better. Trust me. So try going to bed, like, if you're planning for 7 hours sleep from 12 to 7, try going 2 hours earlier, because of this exam anxiety and stress, it's difficult to fall asleep. I know it's common to everyone. Even I have experienced it. So give 2 hours extra for that period where you just lie in bed and you can't fall asleep. So in that case, also, again, like what I said, try visualizing and rehearsing everything about tomorrow morning if you're not able to sleep. So the basic idea is minimum of 8 hours. If you can give 10, 12, well and good. The next thing that I would like to talk to you about is getting things ready for the exam and planning your travel. Guys, it's okay, you would have done it before, but still take out your hall ticket and read it carefully, so that you will know that what you are being expected to have during the exam, and take everything and put it in a carry bag or a file and keep it ready by today itself. No morning hassles, no tension, no this is missing, that is missing. You don't want all those type of tensions on the day of the exam morning, right? So you're going to keep that ready by today night itself. Give it to your parents or whomever is going to accompany you, or you have it yourself, so that you don't forget it, and you remember to take it on the day of exam. And the second is, plan your travel way ahead. You should try to reach the exam hall at least like 1 to 2 hours before the actual time of starting of the exam. So if the reporting time is usually around 7 o'clock, try to be there by 6:30, maximum 6:45. So already they would have given you a spare time of 1 hour in the center. So the prevailing COVID situation, it's highly unstable. So decide how you're going to reach the destination. If it's going to be a cab, make sure the cab driver reaches you on time. If it's going to be your own transport or public transport, look at the map and make sure you're taking the best route possible, and there are no diversions, any last moment, they're going to send you through you're going to go through a wrong way and it's going to delay things. Guys, the basic idea is we want the exam day to go smooth. We are not there on an adventure trip, right? It's a big day for us, and we want to have it as smooth as possible. The day is going to go like you planned, and you're not going to follow something else. You're not just going to follow how it goes, and including the exam, you have read everything. The exam is going to go like how you want it to. You have read it and you're going to crack the exam. So that is the basic principle. So guys, you have reached the exam hall, everything went well, you are done with your first paper, you think you have done it really good, and you come out of the exam hall. So what you have to do now? So the one thing, my biggest request is, please don't discuss the answers, or there will be groups, sure there will be groups who are discussing answers, just stay away from them, just run away from them. You don't want to listen even a single answer. Trust me, this will have a very big effect on your second paper, because once you realize that you have made few mistakes in the first paper, that mentally affects you. Your brain thinks, it loses a lot of confidence, and the much needed confidence that you require while attempting the second paper. So don't do that. Stay away from discussing questions. If you're so compelled to discuss questions, you can do that after the second paper, but not during the break, please. So in my case, I didn't discuss the answers like around 10 days after the exam. Not a single answer, not with anyone. So these are the things that I wanted to tell you guys. So thanks for listening. The last thing before I sign off is, I would like to think I would want you to think about the evening after the exam. All the good things, all the fun things that you have planned to do after the exam. So all these things are going to be more fun, and they're going to be more happier if your exam has gone well. So that is the idea. So face the exam with this confidence, and remain calm and relaxed all the time. Okay, that is very important. And think about the days after the exam, all your vacations that you have planned, and so these things will keep you going the day before the exam. And stay confident, go to the exam hall, make it comfortable. The monitor is not according to your comfort, just pull it forward or push it back, have the mouse in your comfort. No one is going to ask you anything about those. So stay comfortable in the exam hall, and I'm sure you will crack it. All your hard work will never go waste. So best of luck, and have a very good day tomorrow. Thank you.